Hello. 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 Looks like it's working this time. Last time it didn't work, so if you just tuned in a few 12 minutes ago and it wasn't working, that's what was happening. I'll wait a little bit longer because this is a follow-up video. Follow-up video on this mess in question I tore apart last night. Yeah. So I ended up tearing it apart, and I got a video up on me tearing this apart, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like inside here. And then if you want to, you can go back and look at the video of the disassembly of this Husqvarna. I don't know why people like them, but people like them. My son's got one. He loves it, he says. This takes an this is like the all-time high, I think. This is the first one I've had apart, Husqvarna's. This is like an all-time high as far as I'm concerned into throwaway chainsaws. That's what I think. My thoughts. Now it looks like to me you can replace this front half. Not sure how it unbolts, but it does show like it's a seam down through here. Or maybe it's just how it's, put together, huh? Because there's a seam down here where this oil tank's separate from this cover here. Made in Sweden, according to the tag on it. Made in Sweden. Waiting for a few more of you. I think last night I ended up with like at least 10 people were watching last night. So we're almost there. So anyways, this was sold by Lowe's. So I'm not sure if this unit was sold online and then was like maybe Lowe's sold it to somebody. I didn't know they were Husqvarna dealer, but anymore people get this stuff. So it was like reconditioned, and there's like a sticker on something. I think I showed it to you guys, but I don't remember. I don't remember if I showed it to you or not. Here's the Lowe's sticker on it. So yeah. So anyways, it was sold at Lowe's for a reconditioned unit, and somebody bought it there and worked it to death. I'm telling you, because most of this stuff looks like to me they were cutting tree stumps or something to the effect, because there's a lot of dirt in it. That's one, or better yet, it was they had a kid running it. They had a kid running it, and he liked to, get in the dirt, dig the dirt. But yeah, there's a ton of mud along here, which is fine. But this thing must have got so hot at one time or other, it's melted. It's melted the case all the way along here. All the way along here it's melted, and up here it's melted. And in here it's also melted. So I don't know if this thing got so hot that they did a nuclear meltdown to it or what. I don't know how you could do that, but and this is just a tin plate to keep the heat from doing that. I mean, is that normal for a saw to get so hot that? So I don't even see any screws in the heat shield, but I do know there's glue on it. Yeah, I was going to dig that all up. No need to dig that up, but it's melted here, and that actually affected the handle. Melted all that right out of there. So this guy got so hot that, yeah, I think that I can get the because the chances of finding a case for a, what is it, a 250 it says? Yeah, see, here's it's gonna be backwards to you guys, sorry, because I had that camera set up there so I can see where I'm at. See, it's got the tag right here. Husqvarna 350, then the model number, and then some numbers underneath it, and then Husqvarna 8, Appleby, Husqvarna, Sweden. Yeah. So. And I don't know anybody that, well, I do have a number of somebody that was telling me that, hey, because I was looking for some chainsaw parts for some steel stuff, and I talked to this guy, and he's like, well, if you're just looking for a chainsaw, I can give you a chainsaw. Well, he was going to give me a Poland or something like that to the effect. And I'm like, I don't need another Poland. I got a couple of those things, but they're not. Poland's not to put any parts in. It's not worth it. But yeah, so it's melted that whole side of the case out. Moisture got in here and corrosionized everything in here. It's all cleanable. Don't get me wrong. I can clean that all up. I can clean all that corrosion out of the inside of that up. I'm sure even the seals are probably still good. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Looks like to me this one bearing seal on this one side's toast, but at least this side. But they just slide off. Probably can just clean them out, but the question behind that is how long they're gonna last. So I was thinking about cleaning this all up, unfree that ring, and the cylinder was a little dirty, but the whole biggest thing is this is melted and that's melted. So I'd have to dig into that. I'd have to get a hold of that guy. I have his phone number. Maybe he's got one of these that's seized up, and I can get the case, because there's no lower. Like steel's got two halves to the chainsaw, and they're both aluminum. So when you put it down in there, it's that. Here, the whole bottom part of the saw is this cheap composite plastic. I think it's designed to break. It's definitely designed to throw away. Yeah. So, like I said yesterday, I said I'd bring it back when I tore it apart to show you what it looked like on the inside. Like I said, this is all cleanable. The only thing I don't think I can do anything with is that melding part. But again, all you got to do is set that handle up. 2 pivoting points, so you got, you actually don't even need that handle there, truthfully, because the only handle you need, all you need is this handle and that handle. It just doesn't have a safety on it, which, most people don't. If they're older, I think they only came into safeties when people were just stupid and didn't know how to shut it off. Well, you're like, hey, that might be me. I'm like, well, I did was cutting something and brought chainsaw down and didn't hit the safety and didn't catch the side of my pants. So it was lucky. I was lucky that I didn't have the chaps on. Somebody said, yeah, you need the chaps on, dude. Yeah, I didn't have them on. Just nicked the side of my leg. I was lucky. I was so lucky, because that could have been it could have been some damage. So anyways, this is what we're looking at. This is all this corrosion stuff can be all removed. And I don't know so much about the bearings, because you clean them up. You need to pack a bunch of grease in there so you can so they don't, mess up. But this one right here, on this side, which is the clutch side, at the flywheel side, just kind of moves back and forth a little bit. So It's probably got a whole bunch of corrosion in there, which is probably not good to put together. But you know, if you've washed it, flushed that stuff out enough. The problem is with these guys here is I want to say that these seals are part of the bearing. So when you got to buy, you can't buy just the seal. You have to buy the seal bearing. You know, some more nonsense. Yeah. So I'm gonna get a hold of this gentleman that has some chainsaws. He advertises on Marketplace for cutting sharpening blades. So I would probably say that he probably may have something. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got a bunch of old stuff, but this is why I'm working on this one, because it's like the newest design. All right. That's about all I got you. I just wanted to show you what it looked like on the inside of here without tearing it apart too much, because I really don't know where we're at with it. And I said it's good for parts, what little parts there is, but you got a carburetor, it's probably full of garbage, because if there's dirt like this on everything, it's everywhere. So hope you guys like that, and I thought I'd bring you back and let you see it. And yeah, the other saw I did last week, I got it pretty much back together. I need to put some fuel in it and take it outside on a sunny day and start her up. And you'll see that video sometime or other. Just like I said, don't forget to hit that button, subscribe. It helps, I don't know, it helps me look like at least I'm doing something with the, you know what I'm saying? It looks like it's doing something. I'm doing something. You know, it makes me feel like I'm doing something. If you guys, nobody responds in the comments and they don't give me a thumb up, at least the numbers get higher, if that's possible. But most people don't do it. Most people won't help me out. But they like to watch the free videos, so they love free videos. Free live ones they love, huh?